The camera that saw tomorrow, a story of power and responsibility. Once upon a time, John was looking through his late grandfather's attic when he found an old camera. The camera was old-fashioned, made of metal, and had leather covering its body. John had always been interested in photography and cameras, so he was drawn to it immediately. As he examined the camera, he noticed an inscription on its back. "This camera can take pictures of the future." It was an odd message, but John was astonished. He wondered if there was any truth to it or if it was just his grandfather's sense of humor. Without hesitation, John decided to test the camera's capabilities. He pointed at his empty kitchen table and pressed the button. When he looked at the back of the camera, there was a photo of his future self sitting at the same table and sipping coffee. John was really shocked. He had a million questions. Could this camera predict the future? Could he change the future by taking different photos? He decided to use the camera and see what he could discover. He began taking photos of events and places that were important to him, his work, his family, and even his next vacation destination. And much to his surprise, every photo he took showed him a moment in the future. One day, John was scrolling through the photos he had taken with the camera when he saw something that made his heart skip a beat. There was a photo of his wife and child standing in front of a destroyed city, and they were both crying. He knew he had to act first and try to prevent this tragedy. John immediately started doing research on world events and natural disasters, and once he had an idea of where and when this disaster might happen, he packed his bags and left for the area. He arrived just in time to prevent an outbreak of a dangerous virus, and the city was saved. From that day on, John never took the camera's power for granted again. He continued to use it for good, predicting and preventing disasters and helping those in need. And even though he never fully understood how the camera worked, he knew that it had become an indispensable tool in his life. And the story ends here. Thank you for listening.